right, welcome back. Standing on Sports, episode 6. Sean, like always, how you doing?
Doing good. Eventful weekend. It is
Oh,
Easter weekend.
oh yeah, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
If you
If you
if
celebrate
you
it.
celebrate,
If not, happy Sunday.
just another day in the books.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, last day of Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Shout out
Shout out
to
women
all
that are
women.
gonna be making history.
Exactly. Um, yeah, so it's been eventful, like with basketball. I mean, the UFL just started up. MLB opening day was on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's been like if those are sports you're into, like it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
And I know not that one of us are like big MLB people, but we're trying to for the fans.
I'm
We're trying to get in
trying.
everything.
And NHL is like playoff time soon. Saw the
Oh,
Hurricanes
true.
clinch.
And NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, playoff time's coming up big. Okay. Where's a good place to start? You think college basketball?
I
Then
think we just go with it. Still March Madness.
let's do it. Yeah, March Madness, Final Four. Almost all the teams are in place now. I guess by the time you watch this, all the teams are gonna be in place.
Yeah.
But Purdue just beat Tennessee. Crazy game, dude. Zach Edey, man,
40 points, career high.
dude, and 16 rebounds. I mean, like
You just can't stop him.
you can't. I mean, I think he shot like 18 free throws at least or something like that.
Yeah.
But like even to get those free throws, like you have to he knows what he's doing. Like he's good at what he does. Possibly, you think he's gonna be like the Naismith Player of the Year?
I believe so. I don't know how much like postseason's taken into account,
Mm,
but I think it's kind of hard not to give it to him.
yeah.
I mean, Dalton Connect did put on a show and he tried his hardest, but God, Tennessee is awful. If he wasn't on
Yeah.
that team, they'd be scraping the bottom of the SEC.
I wouldn't say he definitely is like carrying them. Like it is crazy. Like I think he definitely had most of their points. I think he had like 34 and
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Like and like if you watch like the end of the game, like literally like the only person who shot the ball was him. Like they draw plays up for him, which I mean it makes sense. Like he's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Purdue's one of the matchups. They're gonna play the winner of Duke NC State. I'm excited for that game later tonight. It's gonna be good.
Starts in
Wait.
10-ish minutes, probably a little later.
Oh shoot.
but,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Hoping NC State wins that.
That'd be crazy. 11 seed to the Final Four.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sweet.
make it happen.
Let's do it. DJ Burns. And then the other matchup, UConn versus Alabama,
Yeah.
dude. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to say. UConn's been so
There's
dominant.
not a
It's
team that
insane.
can beat them.
They're on another level. Like their coach Dan Hurley, the 30-0 run against Illinois is like
I saw that happen.
That's-
I was like watching that, and I was like, this is like, it's like sticking a fork in them. They were done. You know?
that's kicking them water down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I mean it was 23-23 like towards the end of the
Yeah, it
first
was
half.
23-23. I think it ended like 23-28 at halftime, and then Illinois didn't score for 50 like real life minutes.
That's
That
wild.
was almost an hour that they're just doing cardio.
I saw shooting car. I I saw this graphic the other day, and it was like, or I guess it was like probably yesterday, but like every UConn matchup in the last two like NCAA tournaments, like the closest one was by 13 points, and I think by average they win by at least 20.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like it's one thing to like win like that in the regular season, but to be doing that in the like now the Elite Eight, that's crazy. That is wild.
Yeah.
I think I hope it's a good game. I mean, the UNC Alabama game, that was a good game.
That was
So-
a good. Yeah, that was a good game.
The Clemson Alabama game was a
That
good
was
game.
a good game.
So
Dude, Mark Sears is on a whole nother level.
dude, Mark Sears is insane. They were saying like his freshman year, like he wasn't like that good, but
because he was at Ohio.
yeah,
Like,
and he transferred. And he's from Alabama, but he did like he shot like 15. He made 15,000 threes like during that off season, and he's like since then it's just like changed his game. And I mean, it obviously has. Do you think he's an NBA prospect? Do you think he's a guy that's gonna go in?
he gives off like Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson just dropped 61.
Yeah, but it's like one of those like yes he is undersized, but it's like, can you say no to raw talent? Can you just
Yeah.
maybe he comes in late second round and you can pay him like cheaper,
True.
and then you see what he does.
That'd be hype. That'd be hype.
I mean,
I like him. He's
the
a nice guy.
freaking Portland Trailblazers lost by 60, so it can't get worse. Like, give him the opportunity. 60 points in the NBA is ridiculous to lose by.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You're supposed to be professional.
Bro.
That was unprofessional.
UConn could beat them.
They probably could.
I don't know,
honestly.
man. They got some good players. Who like so UConn is probably gonna be in the final against.
Yeah.
I think Purdue's most likely gonna be the favorite of their game.
Yeah.
So that's like the matchup we're looking at.
I feel bad for Houston. They lost their best player.
Like you said, it wasn't like 6 minutes into the game
Yeah.
or something like that.
And they only lost by 3 points. So if he was playing,
Oh yeah,
they would have won.
Yeah,
easily.
no, that sucks.
But,
Was
I
it
don't know.
I didn't watch that game. Was it a major injury or like was it like do you think he's gonna be? I mean, obviously he's out for a while because like they're
Yeah.
out, but like is he okay? Like I saw him sitting on the bench.
I think he's all right, but it's just something like you can't play.
Yeah,
You know?
dang. That's
But,
sad.
Yeah,
because they definitely. I mean, like that was their opportunity.
that was.
That is tough.
But you win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, March
True.
Madness is 64 teams make it, but only one comes out alive. So, like,
That's true.
you know.
It is what it is.
Yep.
2 1 seeds down, 2 left.
And it's going to be someone from, like, each conference. You'll have, like, ACC, SEC, Big Ten, Big East.
That's hype.
So,
That's
like,
hype.
they really hit on the DEI.
The DEI representation, yeah. Yeah. I think to me, because I mean, like Alabama, UConn, they haven't played. It's gonna be matchups that we haven't seen. I mean, the matchup Duke, NC State, we've obviously seen.
Multiple
NC
times.
State, dude. If NC State goes to the Final Four, that as 11 seed, that like, I still can't. That'd be crazy. And I think their women's team.
They're also.
Are they in the Final Four? Or, wait, they're playing right now. I think.
Right now. Let me just look it up.
Last I looked, they were winning. The game might be over actually.
They started at like 3 o'clock, I think. So it probably is.
At halftime, they were up by like 12 on Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Texas, but
St. Texas.
oh yeah, Beyonce just dropped a song with Post Malone too.
She dropped a whole album.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, come on.
My bad. I'm trying to stay up with
NC State, 5 minutes left in the fourth, are up 10.
Wow.
Or up 7. Texas is making a 3-pointer.
Okay.
But if they can just
Wow.
lock in, I feel like they'll
Dude,
be fine.
If NC State makes like Final Four, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I'll never hear the end of it as a North Carolina fan.
Yeah, that's
You like look on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and they act like they ain't never been there before, and they really haven't.
I mean, didn't they win the championship like what, 86 or something?
It was a long time ago. It's when they beat Hakeem Olajuwon.
Houston.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a huge upset too.
Yeah, because
Like they weren't they a lower seed?
Houston was supposed to be like, number one. Like, well, I guess they were, but like the team to beat.
Yeah. Hey, what if NC State beats UConn then in the championship?
If that happens,
that'd be wild.
that'd be
History
insane.
repeats itself.
Yeah.
So I think what's left now. I mean, like now that college basketball is like slowly coming to a close.
We're looking at the
portal opens.
off season. Okay,
Off
the one
season.
thing I hate about the portal before we dive into some of the names I put,
Mm-hmm.
I hate how the portal is open up while March Madness is going on. It literally, or like people are entering the portal before the first round matches even happen.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
love that.
at least wait until the Sweet 16, like this past weekend, to open up the portal.
Yeah, because I mean the thing is too is like
There's people committing right now, and we still got games going on.
also
Like, what if UConn needs to get someone? Like they're a little busy right now.
yeah. Well, the thing is like really good player. I mean, I imagine a player would want to go to a UConn because they're so good.
Yeah.
So it's like why like I just don't understand like kind of like what you're saying like what does like opening up like a few weeks later like what I don't know maybe they will change it.
I don't know.
But
Some of the names.
some of the names. Who we got? Who thinks like the best name to enter the transfer
best
portals?
name right now is AJ Starr.
AJ Storr.
Shooting guard from Wisconsin.
Mm.
He's definitely the best in the portal. Crystal Ball to Illinois, but I would like to see him at North Carolina because I think he plays the same style as Harrison Ingram, and Ingram's going to the draft most likely.
Oh, okay.
So like I could see like a plug and play, right
True.
there. But I saw Crystal Ball to Illinois, and I could see that. Like North Carolina could
You
use
got
him,
USC bias. No, that's fair.
that'd be
That's
cool.
fair.
There are some other good names. There's one I put Miles Rice. Is
Miles Rice. Okay.
he's a combo guard for Washington State, but he's from the state of South Carolina, and
A
he's in the
shout out.
portal. And USC just lost Michi,
True.
so
Do you think
I would like to see a push to get him
I haven't watched much of Washington State. I know like they did like a lot better this year than like they were. They
projected
didn't.
to.
Yeah, exactly. So like, do you think he's like a Michi level? Do you think he's better than Michi? Like how
I
what
think it's
would you
very
say?
hard to predict how a Pac-12 player can play in the SEC, but I do think it would be. I don't.
Like I mean I don't know him, but like personally like with Michi, I think Michi's a great player, but I also thought that he was like he'd be inconsistent.
Yeah.
But I think he's when he's on, he's on. Like he's dropping 25, he's playing great, but then other times, doing long range threes that aren't going in. It's just like
Yeah, and I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't follow Washington State that much.
mhm.
I think one of the main reasons for him transferring is like, I'm at Washington State. This isn't in a conference anymore. You know,
Oh yeah.
so like that's a big deal breaker. At least it would be for me.
Yeah.
But I think he's good, and getting his like this is his time to leave. Do I think he's great? No. Do I think him and Michi are probably similar, but I
Yeah.
don't think they're the same player.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's a
at
good way
when
to
you're
put it.
listed as a combo guard, that usually means like you can handle the ball, but you prefer not to. Like he's not listed as a point guard.
Okay.
So like if you're a combo guard, you kind of probably wants to be off the ball more.
That makes sense. I'll
So
say I haven't I'm getting more familiar with basketball as we go and like
it'll
I
be
haven't
it'll
heard
be interesting. I think another name that's like huge, Eddie Lumpkin Jr., the center for Colorado. He's a big boy. He's a big boy, but he's good.
Eddie
And
Lumpkin.
NC State's going to lose DJ Burns after this year because
Oh,
DJ Burns is a 6-year senior, but no one's talking about that.
dang.
Like 6 years is crazy. But
Maybe a. So
if
probably won't
you
get
want to
drafted.
like a plug and play player
Yeah.
for their system,
Dude, I mean like
try to get him.
them having this turnaround. I mean, they had a
It like makes people want to go there, even though
Oh
they're
yeah.
not like historically the best program.
And like it shows like I mean their coach has got to be good. I mean you
Yeah.
win the ACC, you're in the Elite 8. Like that's pretty strong.
Yeah,
That I would definitely like that's definitely like an incentive of teams to go there, I would say.
yeah,
Anybody else would you say or like
yeah. I have some like okay, so that Tucker the Rise.
took it a
Faint,
prize?
that's how you say his name. He was a shooting guard at Drake that like was really good. But in the postseason, he didn't do the best. I meant they lost first round, but it's whatever. But their head coach just took the job for West Virginia, so he hit the portal, and now he's going to West Virginia.
Mm,
So I'm interested to see how he'll play in like a Power Five system in the
okay.
Big 12. I think he'll be good.
How is West Virginia?
Um,
Are they normally good?
not they haven't been good for a while.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I think it would be interesting to see if the coach can get them back on track, and by doing that, he would need to get some players in the portal.
I got you.
So I mean that's interesting.
Mm,
Another one is that Terrence Edwards Jr. He's a shooting guard for James Madison. Um,
JMU.
he has good stats. He played well this year. I mean JMU was pretty good. They lost to Duke, but it
I
happens.
mean, yeah, they made the tournament and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Their coach just took the job at Vanderbilt.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if within the next couple of days he commits to Vandy. And I think he's another piece. I feel like he could do good. It's interesting because like I support the portal in the sense of like if you're from a group of 5 school and you have a good year and you wanna go to a Power 5, like by all means go to it. So like I feel like his best option would go to Vandy. Could he go elsewhere? Of course.
Okay.
But I'm at Vandy. He knows the coach. He could help build that program for a year or two. I don't know what year he is.
True.
So I think he'll go to Vandy.
Okay.
I think that's interesting.
That's your crystal ball.
Yeah.
All right. And like what you're like, kind of like what you were hinting at with coach changes also comes a lot of player changes. Like I've seen there's
Yeah.
been a lot of other coaching changes. I recently saw the Louisville coach, or No, the Charleston coach went to Louisville.
And I really like it. Now there's
Yeah.
reports that Louisville wanted Scott Drew, their coach for Baylor,
Oh, okay.
because Louisville is a historically great program. Just
Yeah.
right now they're
Not.
trying to
I
figure
saw
stuff out.
they also picked. They've had 2 transfers already. I've seen like them pick up. I
Yeah.
saw one of them's from Charleston, followed his coach.
No, they're both from Charleston.
Oh, they're both from Charleston.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Charleston had some guys.
No,
So
no. One of the guys they picked up was a guard who shot a 114 3-pointers on
okay.
like 40%. So like he was efficient shooting
Yeah.
them. So I really like Louisville picking up Charleston's coach. I want to see Louisville. I want to see the ACC good again, not just because I'm a North Carolina fan, but because like the ACC used to be good all the time,
Yeah,
and they still are in the playoffs. But like regular season, they just been not the best.
and also lately, I feel like I've been hearing rumors about the ACC like getting disbanded or like
Yeah,
evaporate, if you
I
will.
think they're. I think that's more reliant on like college football
That's true.
because I think basketball you could do with 6 conferences. Well, I guess Pac-12 just doesn't exist anymore.
True.
But
Yeah.
I guess the 5 with the Big East being the 5th one now. Like I feel like you can coincide in college basketball, but the way college football is going right now, you just can't.
Yeah. I mean, going down to 3 conferences would be interesting. And I feel like there's
Yeah.
only what makes the ACC. I feel like is a few teams
Hmm.
and not
Like in basketball, they rely heavily on Duke and North Carolina.
Duke, North Carolina. Football, there's Florida State, and like Clemson,
Yeah.
and then I feel like that's NC State's having a good year, but I feel like it's like
Those 4
Those-
are the make or break of that
Oh, yeah.
of that conference.
I feel like everyone else is kind
And I
of
mean, Florida State already wants to leave after the whole college football debacle.
Yeah.
But
which is a low key valid.
yeah, I mean it is. There's a couple of it. Like Michigan picked up Dusty May.
Dusty
He was the
May.
coach at FAU.
Okay.
So I feel like that's a good pickup.
I saw Washington got Danny Sprinkle from Utah State.
Yeah, that man's switching jobs.
Dude,
So he's just
he turned Utah State around. Is Washington typically? Well, Washington's in the Big Ten now.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I know
But,
that's gonna be weird to get used
Washington, like honestly, isn't even that good, but maybe he can make them better.
to. Turn around.
I don't
yeah.
know. These teams, especially like if you get a new coach, obviously like the portal is going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can't really judge them early on until you see what they get from the portal.
True.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, all we can talk about right now is the coaching changes, but like
Mhm.
you know,
And I'm sure we're gonna be seeing a lot more. Obviously, like once the whole tournament is over, I feel like a lot more people are gonna make decisions.
well, especially at
a
the
lot-
portal. The portal's I think next week, like probably starting like midweek,
Mhm.
like you're gonna see like a floodgate open.
Plug it. Yeah.
Because most teams are out by now, of course.
yeah.
So you'll see like a lot going on.
Because I mean, the thing with basketball is like men's basketball specifically, as well as that like the fact that like you can just like if you have a good year as well, like you can also just go straight to the draft.
Yeah,
So it's like teams are like
it is.
cleaning house and all. I mean, that's not the team's choice; it's the player's choice, obviously. But I mean, even the good teams have big moves to make. Because I mean, like you said, UNC's losing people.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
UNC's gonna be interesting next year. Obviously, I know you don't follow North Carolina sports,
Yeah.
but like they have a lot of seniors or like people who just like can't come back.
Like Bacot, right?
Yeah, like Baycott,
Baycott.
Cormac Ryan, Patrick Wojak, who's rumored to be dating Kylie Jenner, which is
Hey, shout out.
shout out. That was
Um,
interesting. But they're losing a lot, and then they could lose Harrison, Ingram, and RJ Davis. So there'll be a
Dang.
lot of spots to fill, and they're bringing in like 2 All-American 5 stars, like really good players. But like you have to hit the portal.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still worried that they're going to lose some of their guys who can stay, like Tremble or Washington, just because.
Like all the other guys are leaving.
Yeah, and like it's like for any team, it's just you can have a great year and people still aren't going to be satisfied with their role, and that's perfectly like fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like more often than not, it's like, are you really working to get better, or are you just running from the grind? You know?
Shoot, clip that. That's a line.
Yeah.
That's a line. Dang.
But I mean, that's with like any school. I'm not like at North Carolina or not
No.
at South Carolina. You know,
I
it's
agree with
just
that
like,
though. That's a good way to like think about it though.
It's like,
Like-
how are you using that portal? Are you using it? Obviously, everyone's in the portal to try and benefit themselves, but are you like, you know?
Like, are okay? Like, is the root cause of it? Is it that you need to put in more work to be better, or is it like the system doesn't work for you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you gotta decide that for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we talked about before, and like I said earlier in this podcast, I love like group of five. You did great. Go up and you show yourself. Like Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
He JUCO group of five. Actually, he wasn't even in group of five, but then he got into Tennessee and he balled out. Like that is what I feel like the portals should be used for.
Possibly.
Or like you being on a good team and still having minutes, but then you're just transferring because like I don't know, maybe you just didn't win your starting role. It's like
I agree with that.
Like why exactly? Like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and really figure out what you're doing.
Am I that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I guess staying in college basketball, but maybe you switch over to women's basketball. Dude, it's been
we got some games coming up tomorrow.
It's been cool to see. Like I feel like women's basketball primarily is like it's really growing.
Ooh,
it's getting.
It is final.
Oh, it's final.
NC State to the Final Four.
So
we have all the matchups now.
Sweet.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, God, I hate how the women are like one day
off,
like
yeah.
But the matchup tomorrow, crazy.
Dude, I know.
Crazy good.
LSU versus Iowa national championship rematch. I mean, Caitlin Clark's just like insane. LSU. I mean, everyone knows about them. The Kim Mulkey drama. That's one thing that we could talk about too. Is like,
dude,
what's going on with that?
LSU is such a
that
might be the most disliked team
ever.
Like ever, and like men's or women.
Bro,
but like the article came out, and obviously, when I preface by saying this, I almost threw my laptop across the room.
He's so passionate.
Yeah. I have not looked into this that deep.
Same.
Like we trying to watch more sports because obviously we run this sports podcast.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get in the drama,
Yeah, we're not drama alert.
I don't want Angel Reese to... Actually, wait. Angel Reese can call out Standing on Sports.
That would be great.
Actually, I don't know. Would that be good for us?
All publicity is good publicity.
Good point.
Yeah. So if you despise us, like shout, just say it
just
out loud.
Just comment
to the
it
people.
somewhere. Yeah.
But no, there was reports in that Washington Post thing about saying like she would come after be like I'm blanking on the words, but like if you were like out of shape, like overweight, she would come after you, or like homophobic stuff.
Oh really? Well, okay.
But like I can't tell you if it's true or not.
Recently, from like other things I've seen is like people are saying that the homophobia with it is because there's like a big matchup against like Baylor, who's like a Christian school. So it was something along the lines of like I don't know. I don't want to like say something that's not the truth with that, but like that's what I heard along those lines. It's just like but no, people don't. I mean, like people didn't like Kim Mulkey.
I didn't like her to begin with because I hate, and it's even the same with like men's basketball. Like Dan Hurley for UConn, I think UConn's a great team. I think he's a good coach. Yeah. But I hate how he's like always out on the floor. He's always like, dude. Anytime they turn to him, if you can read his lips, he's saying some like he's using some explicit words. And like I get you're trying to do your best to like get the passion out there, but it's like you can do that in a more professional manner.
And also like
you're like you are the face of that program.
Well,
like,
you're the face, but keep it professional because I mean Kim Mulkey will be like pretty unprofessional. I feel like with things that she says and whatnot, but I just feel like it's a lot of it's about the players and like the players like look at your coach for how they should be, and I feel like just Kim Mulkey overall is just been like she can just be very unprofessional, like with what she says in her press conferences. Like when the whole like fight happened in the SEC championship, she was like, "I wish she went after like my bigger player instead of my smaller one." I was like, instead of
you should have said like it's not justified regardless.
Like it's kind of just interesting.
Like there shouldn't be any. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love a good fight in sports.
Yeah, facts.
But realistically, it should never happen.
Yeah.
But I think LSU, they're a good team. I just feel like if you wanted to, I feel like they would be a great, like, keeping up with the Kardashians, but make it about the LSU basketball team.
Well, I mean, they got.
I would get views, little MTV. little
Yeah.
MTV
I
action.
mean, they got Angel Reese, who like speaks for
She's
herself.
good. They got that Floje,
Who's a rapper supposedly.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. You know, she came out and said like people don't like me because I play basketball and I'm a rapper, and people are like, dog, we don't even know you.
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. Anyways, that LSU Iowa game. I mean, I guess it's already gonna happen.
That's gonna be a great game,
Dude. We should watch it when we go out for
Oh yeah,
for
our boy's birthday is tomorrow.
21. Shout out Sam.
Yeah.
Turning 21.
Yeah.
So we watched the game for his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And then followed up by that, we got Juju versus Paige.
Juju versus Paige. That's gonna be good.
I think
Juju
I'm
Watkins.
going USC Trojans on that one.
Dude, what if it was a USC versus USC championship?
I'd be watching it either way.
Well, I mean, even then, like,
yeah, we should have we should get all the boys together if South Carolina makes the final.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And then
Flood the fountain.
Flood the fountain.
Dude, when we did that, sophomore year?
Yeah.
Did you go in the fountain or no?
No, I wasn't there.
I did, and dude, my feet. I don't know how I didn't get sick. There was definitely some
dude, I mean,
in that thing, bro.
Pollen season's real too in there, but
yeah, dude, the fountain right now looks terrible.
Yummy. But hey, if we win too, Darius Rucker comes to USC. That's what he said.
Hopefully before we graduate.
Last time it was. I mean, it was like April, so hopefully.
But yeah, USC, UConn.
Gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game.
And honestly, it's been cool to see like the women's teams get a lot of publicity because I feel like when you can stay in college for the really good players have to stay for at least 2 to 3 years. It's like
you have to get your degree.
Yeah, it's like you build that name for yourself. Because I mean, also like at the average salary of a player in the WNBA
it's like 70,000.
It's like 70,000. Yeah,
which
so it's,
like
that's crazy.
We're making more.
I know. Yeah, I feel like
granted we do work at like an actual like.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's not.
Okay.
Women's sports is an actual job.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, and I think it's something that's going to change soon. I mean, I know like the.
Well, did you see that Ice Cube offered
for
Caitlin Clark
for
$5 million for his? I think it's like the Big Three or something.
Big Three league.
It's like a tournament thing.
Yeah, and like he was saying that she could do that and the WNBA. I mean, I also think she's going to get some. I mean, she's already on State Farm commercials. She's definitely going to get.
But there needs to be a revamp of the WNBA. Or like you got to somehow get people to watch it.
Well,
I feel like money there.
I feel like the current WNBA mold is kind of like a shadow of the NBA because like every team name is like a subsidiary of the. I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like just the names of the teams are like, all right, like you're a subset of this. It's not like it's its own thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that would do good, but also I know like recently like the women's MLS like there was a huge thing that came out and now they're paid the same as men MLS.
Yeah, but I meant men's MLS also doesn't get paid a lot.
They don't get paid like the NBA. The NBA gets and that makes honestly I think like the women's MLS probably gets less viewership than the men's MLS, but I imagine it's like that gap is probably smaller than like WNBA to NBA. But honestly, I don't know. But I think it'll grow as like these players get into the WNBA, like Caitlin Clark and all them. But I guess still sticking with basketball, going on the professional side, NBA,
yeah.
Playoffs start soon.
Playoffs starting. There's 8 games left, something like that.
True, I don't know. Let me look.
I remember we looked the other day. After we made the episode about the NBA, we actually looked more into it, and then we realized that the season's ending.
Dude, yeah, I think one of us said it. I think you may have said when we just get so far, there's still so many games.
Yeah,
left.
yeah, we're once we got to the playoffs, we'll really lock in, and we didn't realize that.
It's like,
the playoffs are literally
starts
around
soon.
the corner.
Okay, so the last game's on April 14th, so it's in
so it's
2
literally
weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
So, great. But I mean, there's already teams eliminated because I mean the thing now is 10 teams make the playoffs. I mean,
yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like the NBA. I don't know. The play-in tournament, kind of crazy. It definitely gets the viewership up for that. I mean, especially with
but
at the same time, if you're the 10th seed, bro, you don't deserve anything.
Well, I also feel like the playing gets a lot of views because the last few years it's been LeBron and Steph Curry in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it probably will again.
Well, it might not be if the Rockets.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Houston's been on a run.
Dude, I wish they had Sengun.
Dude, the 11-game win
If
streak.
they had their center healthy, dude, they would definitely pass them.
It's been high. I mean, Jalen Green, like you said, since he's had kids, he's got to provide for that family.
Yeah.
I think the East is pretty set. The
Hmm.
Brooklyn Nets are the one team
I think
out that's
even
not
like the
eliminated.
10, like I think 1% is literally locked.
Yeah, that order might switch up like a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think it may switch
Yep.
up, but I think everyone in there is
Yeah.
like that will be who. This is where
One
they're at.
one team that we didn't talk about last week we talked about NBA that I want to talk about a little bit. The New Orleans Pelicans. First off, I do not like the Pelicans as a mascot. I think that's a pretty lame mascot. But they've been like
They're
under
under
the
the
radar.
radar.
Yeah, dude, jinx, bro,
Whoa.
that's crazy. But on Zion,
If
dude,
Zion is healthy, he is really good.
dude,
But
and
this
wait,
is
I
very
saw
hard. But apparently he's lost like 20 pounds.
yeah, he's lost like 20 pounds since like the All Star break or
Yeah.
beginning of this year.
I think you just
Shout
need to
out.
get him out of New Orleans, bro. The food there
Bro,
is not
yo,
the best for you.
NOLA trip soon. I'd be down to do that.
I'd be down.
Dude,
I would
Zion.
be
I mean, they have
down.
Brandon Ingram. I mean, they've been doing
Who's
well.
who's like their guards?
They've. I didn't even realize they had McCollum.
Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot.
They have someone Murphy the third,
He's a Trey Murphy. He
probably.
played at Virginia.
Okay, cool. So yeah, them two
I know ACC players
like that.
yeah.
All right,
We go way
cool,
back.
cool.
No, but I mean they're pretty good.
Dude, yeah.
The OKC Thunder.
And then like
pretty
currently
good.
they would probably play.
What are they at?
They're
Four
at
seed or
they're at the
seed?
five.
Five. So
So
the Clippers.
that- dude, that
I don't know, bro. The Clippers.
dude, that'd be a cool
Westbrook's
cool
getting healthy
series.
again. Yeah.
That'd be a cool
I
series.
don't know.
Yeah, Westbrook's getting healthy because they were really hot, the Clippers at one point, but they've kind of like been
Yeah.
iffy. Like they were in that there was like 4 teams fighting for the 1 seed, and now they've kind of fallen off, but there's still 3. Dude, I mean, like we said, Anthony Edwards, bro, insane.
He's yeah.
OKC, and then the Nuggets, dude, they're always there.
The Nuggets
With
are gonna
Jokic.
be- yeah.
Nuggets, that's a cool. Like I like the symbolism around like
Well, it's a historic
like the
thing, you
golden
know? Yeah.
like golden nuggets, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think I feel so. I like semi follow the Sacramento Kings just because North Carolina player plays for them.
Okay, makes sense.
So dude, they lost both Kevin Herter and Malik Monk in the same week, and they're gonna be like, I'm almost positive they're missing the first playoff series. Or well, right now they're in a play-in spot,
Yeah, dang.
so they're definitely missing the play-in games, and those two are like really necessary. Well, Malik Monk more than Herter,
Yeah,
but they're both very necessary to a successful team. So
dang.
I don't know. I feel bad.
Yeah,
Well, on
really.
the East side, someone we didn't talk about,
Who we gonna talk about?
the Orlando Magic.
Dude, yeah, yo, they've been
The
going
Orlando Magic,
dude.
one of the youngest teams in the league.
Balo Banchero.
Banchero, the Wagner Bros. You got Cole Anthony.
Dude, Banchero's leading the team with they got Jalen Suggs. I forgot.
Yeah, they got Suggs. He's healthy now too.
Yeah.
Jonathan Isaacs is
He's leading the team in
healthy.
steals. Oh, Cole Anthony. You may have already said that.
Yeah. No, it's a good young team.
Yeah, that's hype. The Pacers.
And do they have Bogdanovich, or they have one of the older dudes, right?
You said who?
Do they have Bogdanovich, or like
What position are you looking at?
he's like a forward or guard?
They got someone Wagner. They
You're
got someone Carter Jr. Fultz. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're tripping.
I
Maybe.
don't think I'm sure. But
Dude, yeah, I think the NBA is gonna be. I mean, we're definitely gonna be talking about it a lot more now with the playoffs, the series, the play-in,
yeah,
coming up. But honestly, the only like real movement to keep talking about now is like who's gonna be number 1 in the West, because I mean they're all tied right now, basically. The Timberwolves, Thunder, and Nuggets.
yeah.
And I mean, no matter low key, if you're the 1 seed or the 2 seed, like you're playing like a red hot.
Oh,
Houston-
Joe Ingles. I meant Joe Ingles, not Bogdanovich.
But yo, like if you're the 1 or 2 seed, I imagine the Rockets are gonna keep. If the Rockets keep
Dude,
winning,
even in the
dude,
West, like
dude.
that's not a guarantee.
dude,
Like, yeah.
dude, the Rockets, like if you have to play them first series, like they're like red hot,
or the Lakers,
or the Lakers.
or the
I mean, you can
honestly,
never count
any of
LeBron
those
out.
teams could be an 8 seed, like
The Suns,
Kings.
I mean, maybe not
Lakers.
the Kings with the injury, but
Yeah, I meant that playing.
that playing's gonna be a
Those
lot.
play-ins are
I
gonna
feel
be
like the
good.
East. I feel like the West is pretty even, and it not necessarily even all the way throughout, but like the top to the bottom is definitely a lot more even versus
Yeah.
the East. I feel like the Celtics and the Bucks and
I
are
want
like
the Chicago Bulls to be like a 7 or 8 seed, but I don't see it because right now in the East, it's the Heat, 76ers, Bulls, and Hawks.
dude, yeah.
And I just don't see the Bulls beating.
Yo, no, dude, the the Raptors are on a 12-game losing streak. That is tough. Also, oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out real quick. Wemby had a career high, 40 points, 20 rebounds. But then also Jalen Brunson had a career high, 61
61.
points. He was 1 point off of the
And he shot
Knicks.
46, 47 times.
Yeah, they said it was like the most amount of shots attempted since
The New York
since
Knicks,
Kobe's last
the
game.
New York Knicks aren't a real team. They got Josh Hart playing like every single minute of the game.
Yeah, and then
Like,
someone else played every minute of the game.
I
Like
think
the
it was
same,
like McBride or whatever.
Yeah.
Like McBride's not even good. Why is this man playing? I don't
Hey,
know. The Knicks,
make
I
him-
think, are going to be a first round exit.
That's crazy.
Well,
dude,
you can't.
dude, but Jalen Brunson's good, dude.
He's good, but you can't be playing them every single minute of the game.
That's true. They would play they play the Magic.
That'd be a crazy series.
That'd be a cool series.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, really with NBA, we'll keep y'all posted.
yeah.
But that's what I would say. But switching over to a little bit of football, you know, I didn't know like the next time we were going to talk about football. I mean, we need to make a mock draft, an updated mock draft soon.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
dude,
we may be doing that mock draft with Matt and Jake.
like a mock draft challenge kind
Yeah,
of thing. Could be pretty
maybe
sick.
like a separate video or like a live stream or something
That'd be
with
sick.
them.
Like it'd be like standing on sports versus two outsiders.
Versus
It's
two
probably a
outside-
better way to put
yeah.
that. But
Oh,
the
no.
lights are off. Shoot, that's what Sean's good for. No, I'm playing. All right. But yeah, NFL. Didn't think we were gonna be talking about too much, but out of nowhere last week, all the rule changes. I feel like a lot of them did kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I don't love them though. I mean, there's okay,
They're both not good.
they're both pretty like major changes too.
No, they're significant.
Like I mean, okay, let's start with, like the tackle rule, the no longer hip drop tackle, which
It's like when you like wrap someone up and you
yeah,
pull them back. Which, like, yes, that does prevent a lot of injury, but you can't go high, you can't go low, you can't. What can you do?
it's sad because like I feel like one reason why the NBA doesn't get so much viewership is because like it's so much offense, kind of like we were talking about last episode, like versus like college basketball is a lot more defense. But it's like if there's being this many disadvantages going to defense, it's like what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
And it's a 15. It's a 15.
I imagine
penalty,
it will
right?
be like an unsportsman.
Yeah,
conduct,
I'm
like
pretty sure it's a 15-yard
yeah.
penalty. So it's like
That's
that
significant.
sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
Like, how are you going to tell a linebacker who's
Done his-
running across the field, like, he can't wrap and drop? Like what are you supposed to do?
They've been learning that like their whole like
Because even if
career.
what, you kind of wrap him now and go forward, then you're risking that player knocking his head into the ground.
Yeah,
You
I've
know,
seen like
I don't know.
the people who have like experienced that kind of injury have been like, look, I think this is a good change. I think they're also like just trying to like provide some peace of mind.
think-
But there's a lot of people like I mean J.J. Watt said like this is dumb. Like when are they going to start putting flags on people like flag football
Yeah,
kind of thing?
I bet we might be playing flag football soon.
I mean they're out on the Pro Bowl.
You know, personally, I never was built for football. That was about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, sick. I thought there was
I
more to
was a
that.
kicker for like a couple days, little punter.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
That's hype.
Then I ran from the grind.
Ran for the grind, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, it's not too late. Oh, actually, it might be too late.
I don't know. Maybe I can get my grad school paid.
That could be
New
valid.
punter for USC,
Shoot.
or I go
We
out
use it.
west.
To like the other USC.
No, I would never. I was
Okay.
thinking Utah.
Oh, interesting.
Showing like my Mormon heritage.
Is that right? Is that
I don't have any.
okay?
heritage with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Moving.
Okay.
That's really for the tackle rule. This one's a little more complicated though. I feel like the kickoff change.
This one's dumb.
I don't.
This
Okay.
one's dumb.
I feel like it's gonna be good for obviously preventing injuries, but also I did see this thing where like last year on like every kickoff attempt, there was like only 22% of them were actually returned. So this is gonna like definitely going to up the amount of like kickoff returns.
Yeah.
But with that, I think the major downside to this change is like onside kicks never happen, and now they're not. I think the new rules like you can only do an onside kick if you're down in the fourth quarter, and like the other team has to know about it because it also do with like how you line up. So like you can't surprise a team with onside kick in this new format.
Hmm.
So it's like the amount like the it's gonna be so rare for an onside kick now, which is like sucks.
Yeah, and that is so dumb that you can't do an onside kick until the fourth quarter, and even then you have to like notify the other team.
Yeah, like
And it's
there's
like
like no surprise.
what happened to the you know start of the second half. Let's get the ball rolling.
Dude,
Onside kick, you recover it. Now you're up by 2 touchdowns.
Dude, that'd be
You know,
like in
like
the Super Bowl, the Saints versus
yeah,
Colts Super Bowl. That's how they started off. Like it was like that was such a momentum switch. But now
yeah.
that kind of stuff can't happen. And like not like it ever happened like frequently, but like just the idea of it
The
was always really
idea that
cool.
you have to announce it is just
And I think
it gives off like
I
pee wee
I could
football.
see them changing it, or like I know like the Eagles are one of the teams that have like put up this idea that they um instead of onside kicks, you can do like a 4th and 20 or 4th and 25 from your own 25,
Hmm.
and if you get it, you keep that
I
position.
feel like that'd be
Possession.
interesting.
That
to
would be
see.
interesting.
I feel like that'd be more.
That's really like switching it over to like I mean both of these or the kickoff change rule, they're changing it to how they did it in the XFL.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason why is just because the XFL. I don't know. I think they saw like how well it worked in the XFL for like the amount. I think the main reason why they're doing this is like to up the amount of kickoff returns
Yeah. Well,
because
because now it's just like not fun.
also I mean the new rule was like you could fair catch not even in the end zone like you
Like
said
it could be what within the 20, 25,
between the 20 or
and you get
25
it.
and you get it at the 25. So
That's not fun.
mhm.
Where's the fun?
Where's the fun,
I want
man? No fun league, bro. That's
Yeah.
what people say, and they're starting to like represent that. Um.
Anyway.
Anyways, sorry. Uh, get on a rant about that, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, but big move. Hassan Reddick to the Jets.
Jets defense
Dude.
top 8.
Dude, their pass rush might be like top 5.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and
However,
like
on the
and that
offense,
second,
you're relying on a 41-year-old.
who's coming off the Achilles tear. It's gonna be, but yo, they have Mike Williams now. Oh yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that. Yeah, they have Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, obviously, Brees Hall.
Don't have a tight end.
Don't tight end.
Maybe they
Decent
get Brock
line.
Bowers.
Oh yeah, dude. If they get Brock back, dude,
Yeah.
they're gonna be a fun team to watch. I think I think they have a chance in that division.
Yeah.
Dolphins, they lost a few pieces. The Bills, I feel like they lost a lot of pieces in their defense.
Who, the Bills?
Yeah, they lost both
Yeah,
their safeties.
they like cleaned house, basically.
They lost Tre'Davious White. I mean, the Patriots. I mean, I don't think that's gonna be too hard.
The Patriots have to be the worst team.
I saw like the projections came out for the beginning of the year of like record or like amount of wins you're gonna have, and the Patriots were tied for like the least amount.
With the Panthers.
You didn't have to say that.
I
but,
was just,
yeah, all right.
I was asking. We
right.
asked questions here.
all right.
I
Whatever.
think. I don't know.
No, I think questions are good.
It's like
but,
an open forum here.
Yeah. Let us know
Kinda.
what you like. But NFL, I guess like with the NFL, also the UFL started.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out UFL, combination of the XFL and the USFL or something like that, right?
Could not tell you.
I
Not gonna
believe.
lie, I don't really watch this, and I don't plan on watching
It's
this.
it's kind of cool though. Like if you do want to watch like football still,
Mm-hmm.
like when during the off season, like there's play like destroying like the YouTuber is
Oh
like
yeah,
now on the
he's
team.
on what? What team's he on?
He's on the Brahmas, the San Antonio Brahmas.
Mm.
There's only 8 teams, but he's there. AJ McCarron, the old Alabama QB. Matt Corral, Ole Miss QB. I don't know. Like, there's like some throwback name. Oh, Reuben Foster is a linebacker. I didn't know he was like still playing football.
That is
Anyways,
crazy.
oh,
That is crazy.
and DJ Swearinger,
Oh
like
yeah.
the former Gamecock. Like,
Yeah.
I thought he retired. Anyways, so yeah, there's like some stuff out on the football, even though it's the off season now.
Yeah.
So, I think like the last major sport to talk about though, MLB.
Opening weekend in the MLB.
In the MLB, you're
And let's start with this topic before the season even started. Shohei Ohtani's interpreter got
Oh.
fired due to gambling on games.
bro. That's
But I can 90% guarantee that it was probably Shohei betting. But since he has an interpreter, he's got a fall guy.
You
The
think
MLB
so?
cannot afford to lose Shohei because one, that's their whole Japanese audience, and two, he's just the best two-way player in MLB.
ever, low key. Not maybe
Probably ever, to be
I
honest.
mean, honestly, he's. I mean, what he's been like, if he keeps it up, I mean, he has like what? Didn't he have the biggest contract ever or something like that? Am I wrong?
He's definitely got a fat contract.
His contract's insane.
And yeah,
Uh,
but like that's just crazy to me how you're making so much money and like the whole gambling. Like, come on, guys.
bro, like
Come
why?
on. Let's
I don't know.
stop
It could
it.
just be the translator. Who knows?
We
Who
all
knows?
make y'all all make good money. Oh, this is NBA, right? But still on gambling.
All right.
What's his name? Jonte Porter, some random dude that's like
Seattle.
playing minutes for the Raptors right now because they're awful. Betted on himself, and he betted the under. How do you bet the under on yourself, bro?
Bro.
like,
And then he
like,
got
do
the
you know
over.
you're that?
No, I'm playing.
Do
Did he
you
get
know
the
you're
over?
that bad? No. Within the first 4 minutes, he asked to get subbed out because his eye hurt. Bro, how are you gonna bet the under on yourself?
That's actually
At least
wild.
bet the over, bro.
At least
If you're gonna bet on
challenge
yourself,
yourself.
yeah, like bet the over. Holy crap! Oh my god. But
Man,
that's MLB.
Running from the grind. Anyways, yeah, MLB,
Next topic. Get Mike Trout out of LA.
dude.
He is too good
I mean-
to be in with the Angels, bro. They
I
suck.
think he said that he wants to stay there. He wants to bring the glory there. But
There is
dude,
no glory.
Dude, if you can't
There
bring
is
it there,
no
bro, I
glory
don't know if
in LA,
anybody.
bro.
If you and Shohei can't bring it there, I don't know if
They
anybody
suck,
can.
dude.
Dude, they. I think the teams to like. A lot of teams are looking good. There was a lot of moves in the offseason too, or
Yeah,
What-
the rich got richer, basically.
Well, that's
Like
the one thing
in-
with the MLB that I'm not a fan of is like the whole salary cap.
The salary cap. Okay, that is so dumb, right? There's a salary cap, but if you go over it, you're not really hurt. All you do is lose your prospect picks. So what? I don't have a first round pick. A guy who's not going to play in the MLB for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees and the Red Sox go over cap space all the time.
Dude, the Dodgers have unlimited money. They have like an infinite money.
They
clip or
do. They
something.
literally have like 3 or 4 of some of the best pitchers in the league. They
got-
have Shohei,
They got
Mookie Betts,
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman. Who's the other one?
They definitely got somebody else.
They got like so many.
They got some dogs. Like they
Good
got
people.
they got like some like, and the thing that's crazy is like they all came from different teams, right? Like
Yeah.
Mookie Betts wasn't there initially, was he?
Mookie Betts was with the Red Sox.
Okay.
I wish they never let
Freddie
him go.
Freeman was with the Braves.
Yeah.
Shohei obviously with the
LA.
Angels.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But with that being said, like early World Series favorites. I mean, obviously the Dodgers are going to be in there.
It's literally. I feel like it's just gonna be the same for like the next 5 years.
I agree with that.
You got the Dodgers, the Astros, Yankees, Braves, Rangers.
Dude, the Yankees look really. I mean, they picked up Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
I think that was like
With
with Aaron Judge.
yeah.
I think they're going to be.
Do they
really
still
good
have
this year.
Stanton too, or they let him go?
They may honestly. I don't know. But
What's his name? Is it Juan Carlos Stanton? Stanton.
you know more than I do about that. I don't know. But I think they may have beat the Astros. I know they won the series, like their opening series against the Astros.
Yeah, they still have Stanton.
Yeah, they got
How do you see? That's the thing. How can you afford
a squad.
all of these players?
They got a squadron.
Yeah.
Yo, I guess another MLB news that's crazy. Have you seen everything with Oakland and rioting? The like the fan base is like not going to games.
Oh, boycotting?
Oh, boycotting. That's it. Yeah.
I was like, right. But
yeah, like
no, yeah, I saw a little bit of
they,
them
like-
doing it last year.
They
I
had
guess
3,000 fans at the second game, and the crazy thing is that there was 10,000 fans for the minor league team in Vegas, where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they're boycotting because of that, but like,
yeah.
I mean, it's sad that Oakland's like dying. You know?
yeah, they shouldn't move to Vegas, bro.
Dude,
I know why they are, because there's more money, because
money,
people go to Vegas.
tourists are
to
gonna go
bet.
there. People
Yeah.
live there. Like the rich are there. Like Vegas could eventually become like another hotspot for like the A's. Low key could become a team that has like a lot of money to buy people because like there's in Vegas. But
I would never live in Vegas.
yeah,
But-
yo, one thing too I want to talk about the MLB real quick is so the MLB and the NBA. I think they're the only two of the only leagues of like the major four that only have 30 teams.
Mhm.
Dude, I want an MLB team to come to Charlotte so bad.
Charlotte or like Raleigh would be nice.
Preferably Charlotte.
Yeah, but I don't like Charlotte.
But Charlotte's
Charlotte has
close.
a minor league team.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was helpful. Not
Okay.
playing.
Just stating.
But yeah, so a lot of new sports coming out. Obviously, basketball's in its prime right now.
We do
MLB
plan on posting some content with MLB.
Dogs of the week.
I just gotta get
MLB
around to
content.
making it.
Facts.
You know,
Content
if
creators.
any of y'all want to be a part of our digital design editing team, let us know.
Comment below.
Right now, it's just David and me.
Yep.
We can't
So everything
pay
you see is just us.
but like we can give you a shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
All right. I guess with that being said, live topic.
Yeah.
So live topic today is what makes a good leader. So Sean, like, what would you say like makes a good leader to you, and like why do you think leadership is important? I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think what makes a good leader, I think you need to be very open, or like you need to take into account who you're leading, like all the people.
Okay.
You know, like everyone has good ideas. Some people, I bet we see it in day-to-day life. Some people are more outgoing than other people, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know, people who are like more introverted or like don't want to speak up a lot could have like the best ideas ever. But if you're not tapping into their potential, you're never gonna get it, right? And you're just gonna let people who like talk all the time get it. You
That's a
know,
good
just
point.
like get their spotlight. So if you want to be a good leader, I feel like you need to be like once you get that leadership position. Personally, what I would do is sit down with each of the people individually and see what they bring to the table, what skill set they're good at, what areas we can improve on. Because everyone, including myself, can improve, right? We can all improve.
True.
But you can't be like mean about improvements, right? You can't just be like, oh, you suck at this, you need to work on it. You know, like a good leader would help you find
Yeah.
a way to do it. So, right, you sit down, you see what everyone's pro or like, you know, weaknesses and strengths are, right? Then you get them in a big meeting group and you see how they interact there. Because, like, everyone acts different in a one on one scenario than they do in a big group.
Like
so,
publicly, yeah.
So, I feel like you need to know everything about your team and then see from there how you can effectively lead, right?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I mean, like we kind of relate a lot of this like engineering world or like this like the classroom because that's what we've seen. And I mean in sports like you see it all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like a good leader is like helpful, but they're also I would prefer a more like hands off approach. Like I don't
Really?
like
Okay.
the whole like micromanaging.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like I don't need that, and I feel like most people.
I think a lot of times micromanaging is like in a way like you can lead in trust or you can lead by fear.
Yeah.
I feel like micromanaging like your employees are always gonna be like, oh, like when's David gonna be back to like check on what I'm doing and make sure I got it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I believe like a little hands-off approach. But obviously, if people need your help, obviously be there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or at least guide them to where you can find whatever you need.
But it's like having trust in your
You need
Other
to
people.
trust you like people because realistically, at the end of the day, if you're a leader, like say you're like a senior manager, you're not working on any of that stuff.
True.
The people below you are. So you need to be confident and trust the people below.
Yeah.
So that way, I mean, it's like a coach. You can only do so much. That player, like those players, need to believe in you, believe in the system. You know. So I feel like building it on trust and building it around your strengths and working on weaknesses is probably the best leadership
Yeah.
type. I don't know, in my opinion. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Well, first, I think like something that people get like twisted a lot too with like leadership is that like it also doesn't necessarily have to be like okay, to be anyone can be a manager, but not everyone can be like a leader in a manager role.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like you can be a leader in every kind of role. Like you can be the lowest of the totem pole somewhere, the position. Like you have other people around you, but if you are setting a good example and you're going out of your way to do things, like if you're going out of your way to help people, I feel like you're a leader as well. Like you're leading your team, even though that you're lower on the totem pole, I guess you could say, to success, and you want to be there for people. And let's say you're a long-term employee, helping train those newer people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think what makes a good leader is like one thing like my dad used to always talk about and still talks about is servant leadership, like the idea of like making sure everyone else is okay versus before you're kind of okay. Like basically, like, let's say you're in line for food, like making sure all your people get food before you eat, or taking care of your people before you take care of yourself. A lot of like selfless service, I guess you could say. Um, I think being a good leader, like you have to be also very like decisive with your decision making. A lot of times, I feel like people come to you to like advice on something, or it's like I need to do this, should I do this or that? And if you're just as indecisive as them, it's just gonna be
You're just running
dude,
circles and
dude.
you're not actually
Like
like.
Glenn would say, you're just stuck in the rat race. You know,
Yeah, the rat
the
race.
rat race.
You don't want to be in the rat
You
race.
don't. No. So I think a leader definitely has a lot of qualities. I think leadership is something that like everybody should strive for though.
Yeah.
Like because it's gonna help you anywhere if you're in a company. I think, like I said earlier, like if you're a lower person showing those leadership examples,
You can get like promoted
people,
too.
yeah,
just
because
based off of
people are
that.
gonna see, like even maybe someone above you might be like, dang, this guy's a real leader. Like he could
Yeah.
fill in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you could practice it anywhere and everywhere among your friends, like people who trust you, trust your judgment, trust your decisiveness. Like I'd say like the main things are like decisiveness, trustworthiness, and like just leading by example, like selflessness in a way.
Yeah, and I
That's
think you
probably
brought up
my
a
main
good
things.
point. Like, it's definitely not just like management or something. Like,
Hmm.
realistic. Like, I feel like decisiveness is a big factor. Like
Yeah,
in friend groups all the time, it's like, oh, like you guys want to go out to eat? Everyone says yeah, but no one has like where you're going. And like obviously this is a very small example, not
hmm,
big. But if you're just like, all right, let's go here at this time. More often than not, they'll agree because like they're just
dude,
waiting
yeah.
for someone to lead them
To
to
like
be decisive about it.
to make the initial, yeah, yeah, no, exactly.
And realistically, like if you don't want to do something, like I feel like a lot of leadership also comes back to just like yourself and like do you trust yourself, right?
True, true.
Like because if you're like not confident in what you're doing, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't lead.
Hmm.
But I feel like everyone can lead. You just gotta believe in yourself. Like we said, like it doesn't have to be like this multi-million-dollar project or you're leading like the LA Lakers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's just
exactly. Yeah.
day-to-day life. If you believe in yourself, then like
Hey,
you're a leader.
exactly,
You can make
exactly.
right decisions.
Dude, I agree with that 100%. Hey, on that note, we train leaders out here for Standing on Sports. We just want to make the best viewers
Yeah,
possible.
we may end up making a whole like book that you can buy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
no, probably not.
Standing on Sports book. Yo,
Yeah,
maybe
how
one
to be
day.
a leader
How
while
to
standing on sports.
while Standing on Sports, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, with all being said, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 6. We'll be
Yep.
back next week with episode 7. And
Because 7, 8, 9.
that's right.
Yeah.
And like always, keep standing on sports, y'all.